Test. Test. What's good, y'all? Elite Live Streams. We back with another live stream. How you guys doing out there? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate everybody who's been subscribing. Our channel is growing slowly but surely. We're halfway to the goal. So salute to everybody out there who's recently subscribed. Thank you so much. Last live stream was going crazy. Just dropped the video last week. Well, earlier this week, kind of during the weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there who celebrates the holiday. Salute to y'all. Much love to everyone out there. Thank you so much. So today, what we talking about? Today, we're going to talk about the Pan-Africanist ideology, everything that kind of goes into it, just how, lately Black Americans have been delineating from the African diaspora completely. Pan-Africanism has taken a huge blow, especially in this recent wave now of foundational Black Americans taking back our lineage, understanding who we are, and pushing the narrative forward about who we are as Black Americans, what we represent, and how we are going to move forward with our plans, what we want to do, and how we want to take an attack on all the BS that's been going on against Black Americans. You feel me? And so I wanted to do kind of a deep dive on just what that means as far as like Black Americans being disillusioned, because that's what I think the word is. A lot of people try to play this game where they're trying to make it seem like Black Americans are being xenophobic and we are being, very divisive. But in my opinion, I think the perfect word to use here is disillusioned. A lot of people are trying to, put certain verbiage on Black Americans. They're trying to tell us what we are and how we're going about things and the way that we should be going about this. But I thought it was important to use the correct verbiage when we're speaking about this type of stuff, right? So, know in Elite Media, we always bring receipts and we're always going to be able to bring it forward, right? So, first of all, we want to start with the word, right? The word disillusion. What does that word mean, right? So let's talk about it, guys, because I think it's important that we always make sure that we are using our platform to not only speak on the issues, but also deep dive into exactly what we're saying and try to, be a teachable moment every single time we hop on here, right? So the word disillusioned, right? Disillusioned is an adjective meaning disappointed in someone or something that one discovers to be less than good and one had believed, right? I think that is the perfect description about what Black Americans have been going through, right? It is the disappointment in something that one discovers to be less good than one had believed. I think a lot of Black Americans feel this way about Pan-Africanism because we've only seen it from our side, right? As Black Americans, we've been the ones extending our olive branches, right? We've been rolling out the red carpet from our end, but we have not seen that from the African side of things. And so I think a lot of Black Americans feel that way, and that's kind of why a lot of us are disillusioned behind the idea of Pan-Africanism, right? So let's get down to the root word, which is disillusion, which is a verb, right? Cause, in parentheses, someone to realize that a belief or an ideal is false, right? That's 100% what I feel right now, how Black Americans feel, especially about what's going on right now in the diaspora. What we're seeing right now is a lot of Black Americans coming forward, expressing how they feel, expressing what they have to say, right? And at the same time, like I said, the word disillusioned, right? The disappointment in someone or something that one discovers to be less good than one had believed. I think a lot of Black Americans feel that way about Pan-Africanism right now. A lot of Black Americans have had enough of what they're saying as this unity and all this stuff that we've kind of seen over time, right? Over time, not really benefiting Black Americans, right? So I thought it was important to bring that up and start there to make sure that we're staying on task, right? So that we're actually making sense of what we're talking about here, right? So from my perspective, that's where I had to start, right, with the word disillusion, because that's what I feel like as Black Americans. That's what I feel right now. I feel very disillusioned with the idea of Pan-Africanism when I only see it in one side of things, right? I only saw it just from Black Americans opening up their doors, opening up their opportunities to help others, as opposed to it being the other way around, right? So from that perspective, I thought it was important to also have my notes here, you know what I'm saying? Make sure we're doing good, you know what I mean? And talk about kind of just the overall origins, right, of what we would consider, right, Pan-Africanism, right? So let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it, all right? Because I think it's important that as a collective, right, as collective group, when we start to kind of deep dive and kind of really get into what the feelings are and how people feel, I think it's super important to make sure that we're bringing receipts and we're also going from the beginning to the current situation we're in today, right? So I got a few notes here. So Pan-Africanism originated in the mid-19th centuries in the United States as a movement led by figures like Martin Delany and Alexander Crummell, and born from the struggle against slavery and colonialism, right? So essentially what we're saying was, like, at the beginning of this, the conceptually was, hey, we all are slaves, right, to the colonialism and also the overall, right, colonization, right, of Americas, and not only Americas, but the African nations, and then also the Islamic State, all of these places that have been basically co-opted, right, from the colonialization of the European, you know, ideology, right, pushing their narrative forward. That's where it starts, right? So as it starts to gain steam, right, as we start to kind of put these things together, right, there are more people who start to kind of come forward, right? It grew into a distinct political movement with a Pan-African conference in London in 1900, organized by Henry Sylvester Williams, and was shaped by key thinkers like W.E.B. Du Bois and Marcus Garvey, right? So as we're starting to see, right, the steam starts getting picked up, right? And so more of these people start to adopt the ideology, right? And that's what I say, like, the ideology in the very beginning was based in Black Americans wanting to make sure that we were reaching outward, because we didn't know what was really going on in Africa, but from what our resources were actually able to generate and being able to kind of put out there, we started to see, right, that, hey, if we can probably put out, let's see if we can get it back. And I just don't think there was a return, honestly, like there wasn't, right? So the movement emphasizes the shared history and cultural connections of people of African descent worldwide and advocates for the political and economic unity. That's basically what the concept was as we were starting this whole Pan-African movement in the early 19th century, right? With these figures that you see right up here. But I think it's important as you look now, right, as we go to our newly minted Pan-Africanist mentality and what people really want us to talk about, right? How it's become now the speaking point for 2025. And this is the face currently of Pan-Africanism, all right? This is Dr. Umar Johnson, right? And I think from our perspectives, just starting out, Dr. Umar Johnson, I think, very eloquent brother, very smart brother, who a lot of people really supported and wanted to see do well. And I think that's what happens with a lot of Black Americans. You know, we want to put our faith into people who we think are going to push a movement forward or who are going to actually be a contributing party. But then in reality, they turn out to be someone that they're not. And I think that's kind of what we started to see as we started to kind of deep dive more into the Pan-Africanist mentality and also the movement, right? Because at the end of the day, it died, right? It completely died off once you had people like, you feel me, the leader. You know what I'm saying? If you can't even get your leader on the right accord, right? Marcus Garvey literally was left for dead because he was trying to start this movement. It never took off, right? And so from that perspective, it never was able to gain legs, right? And so now, like I mentioned, we have guys like Dr. Umar Johnson, who are the face, right, of Pan-Africanism here in America currently, right? In 2025, everyone was supporting Dr. Umar, right, with his school, right? The Frederick Douglass Academy, right? Everyone was supporting Dr. Umar, right? Everyone had high hopes for that school. Everyone was giving him donations. It was all good until it was time to build the school. And that's one thing about Black Americans is, as long as we're going to be here, as long as we're going to be a part of this conversation, as long as we're going to do this, we have to make sure that you guys are doing what you say you're going to do. Because over generations, we've seen so many people come into these spaces back and forth, acting like they're going to do something, thinking that they're going to be able to make movement on this culture, and nothing ever happens. And I think a lot of Black Americans got tired of that. You know what I'm saying? They got tired of the grift. They got tired of people who weren't going to actually do anything. And they also got tired of people talking down on Black Americans, which is the key component here that a lot of Black Americans have had a problem with when it comes to Pan-Africanism in 2025. Right? And so that's why I want to bring up some videos, right? Because that's what we do at Elite Media. We bring receipts. You feel me? And so it's important to always bring receipts when we talk about these conversations, right? To make sure that people see what the conversations are, right? Among those who have platforms, those who have made it clear that Black Americans do not have culture as African representatives. Bet. So, of course, as we came up and started to see this is all happening in real time, guys. All right. This stuff is not new. This video has been circulating since the beginning of Black Americans talking about why we have no connection to what these Africans be talking about, because this is how they talk about us. Listen to this, guys.
They have no culture. It depends on who you meet, where you meet them.
But currently, there's not an African American culture.
No, you have no culture. Nancy, you've been here, born here. Why would you be surprised if I say African Americans don't have a culture? What, twerking?
Keep your mouth shut about things that have nothing to do with you, that you are benefiting from because of my blood. So stop downplaying us like you don't want to be us. Because to quote the late great Paul Mooney, everybody want to be in, but don't nobody want to be in. You have.
This is just facts, guys. I mean, honestly, it's gotten to the point where, you know, you can find these videos all day on YouTube. Like, there's just so many videos of people of this, you know, ilk, right, who are going out of their way to talk down on Black Americans. And we've seen it over and over again, right? Because guess what? I'm gonna keep going, because you guys got to understand that it just wasn't, oh, just some guy on a podcast, right? This is the mentality of a lot of people who consider themselves African, right? And if this word Pan-Africanism is going to be connected to Black Americans, and like I said, us being disillusioned, meaning we're tired of the charade, the veil has been lifted, the mask is off. And Black Americans have been paying attention for a long time and have been collecting data to back up how we feel about this concept, right? Because that's all it is. It's just a concept. It's not real. It's for us to take our resources and give out to others. But no one ever doing that in return for Black Americans. And Black Americans are tired of that. Justifiably so, right? Justifiably so, right? So let's bring up more. Let's keep going, because there's no point in me just saying this. I think you guys need to see it yourself, right? And so recently, we've been having some controversy with Burna Boy, haven't we? But I wanted to make sure that you guys remember what he had to say about us and why we originally had something to say about Burna Boy and his intentions. How he was charading and putting on the costume, yeah? Right? I'm going to do the London, yeah? He puts on the costume, yeah? And then he goes out here and tries to benefit from the Black American dollar. But he has this to say. Listen to this, guys. Just take a...
Chinese American, yeah, has their respect.
Yeah.
And they're not, they don't go through the things that African Americans go through. Like, you know, even though they might go through their struggles, I'm not taking anything away from them.
Salute Allen Robinson. Thank you.
They don't go through what the African American goes through. You know why? Because the Chinese American has a base. He actually knows where he's from in China.
Right. And they have support from the Chinese government.
You understand? Like the Italian American. They know where their grandparents came
Listen
from
up.
Italy before.
Listen.
They know the first person in their family to come to America to start that line that made them Italian American. They know. You understand what I'm saying? And same goes for everyone else except the African American.
Except African Americans, y'all. Did you hear that? We have no base, according to Burna Boy. And that's why I say every single time on Elite Media, we have to bring the receipts. And a lot of people were talking about, oh, Burna Boy, we're mad at him for what he did to that person in the crowd. No, stop right there. Because this video is almost 2 years old, y'all. We've been on this. All right, this is not a new video, okay? So when I see people coming out here talking about, oh, you know, we're upset with Burna Boy about a concert, fool, we upset because he talked about Black Americans and said that we have no base. Black Americans have no base? And we've been here for over 400 years. Nigeria hasn't even been a country for that long, but we have no base. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Please correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But if Black Americans have no base, what are we sitting on right now? What is the foundation for you as a artist to come over here, make money, and maximize off of the culture? What base is that? Is that no base? Sounds like a base to me. Sounds like a pretty strong one that has been here for generations. Sounds like to me there's an infrastructure that was already built for people to be able to maximize their opportunities, but then at the same time not have to invest back. Because we know where that money going. We know what community that's going to. It's not going back into the Black American community. No, it isn't. Not at all. But he can say that we have no base. Let me rewind it so you guys can listen again. This is Burna Boy 2 years ago. All right. When I talk about why Black Americans are disillusioned with the concept of Pan-Africanism, is because Africans feel this way about Black Americans. All right. This is the biggest face, right, of Afrobeat right now, based on DJ Academics' assessment. So if this is the face of Afrobeat, this is what he has to say about Black Americans having no base.
The Chinese American,
listen up,
has their respect, and they don't go through the things that African Americans go through. Like, you know, even though they might go through their struggles, I'm not taking anything away.
Please make sure to like and subscribe, y'all.
They don't go through what the African American.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Because trying to get to 1,000 subs. Appreciate everybody pulling up.
He actually knows where he's from in China.
Right. And they have support from the Chinese government.
You understand? Like the Italian American.
They have Italy.
They know where their grandparents came from in Italy before. They know the first person in their family to come to America to start that line that made them Italian American. They know. You understand what I'm saying? And same goes for Everyone else except the African American.
He said that they know the line that came here to start it, right? That's what he said, okay? That's what Burna Boy said, right? He said they know the first stem that came here to start it, right? That's what he says. It's interesting that he would say that based on what? Ignorance, because he doesn't know what Black Americans know. He doesn't understand what we go through. He doesn't even know that a lot of Black Americans do know exactly the stem of the people who came here, who were the first ones to get the stem going for their family. The nerve of this guy, right? To come up here and say that Black Americans wouldn't know who their great-grandmother is, who their great-grandmother was. Hold on, let me go ahead and bring receipts, because that's what we do at Elite Media. I know who those people are. These are them right here. The arrogance of these people to talk down on us as Black Americans when we know exactly who we are. This right here. I don't know these people. How do I have pictures then, Burna Boy? How do I have distinct family trees? How does my great grandmother tell me stories of what happened to her and how she grew up, where she was from? How does she know that her mother was a Native American woman? Pictured here. Okay, how does she know that her father was a Native American man? Look at that man sitting in the middle. Does he look African to you? Y'all got to help me understand, bro, because this is what we be dealing with every single day is fools coming on here disrespecting Black Americans, right? And then they tell us that we have to support the Pan-Africanist movement when we are disillusioned. It's a lie. We have woken up. The veil has been lifted. The mask is off. Ever since what happened in that election, and we saw how many people went out of their way to talk down and vote against Black Americans because they thought that it would make our lives harder. And guess what? It actually worked in reverse. Because you can't do that to the Most High. You can't do that to his chosen people, the real chosen ones, not the fake. Okay? The real chosen people, the true. All right? So when I see people coming around here trying to play games and then try to act like we forgot, we did not forget, y'all. We are not going to forget, y'all. We are not going to forget what any of these fools had to say. So let's bring up another fool who has something to say about Black Americans and deserves to be put on the summer screen to be exposed of the reason why Black Americans are disillusioned with the concept of Pan-Africanism when everyone tells us we have no base and we have no culture. Listen to this, your favorite streamer.
Who are not cultured at all. Stop dick riding. I don't want to hear, like, when I'm asking general questions, I'm not asking y'all niggas. Stop dick riding. That niggas is black. You're black. You're just black.
Just be yourself and hit them with hey. Also, I just found the Anarchy hoodie yesterday. Can't wait. Finna resubscribe. And a little W female viewer. Big 2 months, December 9th.
Thank you so much. Bro,
You're
just
black.
fully American. You're African American, bro. That's it. How was that see you in 30? That wasn't an insult. That was strictly you're black. You're not Trinidadian. You're not Jamaican. You're not African. You're not.
You're not black, y'all.
Word.
We're nothing.
You're not Ghanaian.
This is the biggest streamer in the world, y'all said, right? The biggest streamer in the world used Black American culture, uses Black American vernacular, uses Black American clothing, styling, hairstyle. Gets on here, talks about hip hop, talks about rap, talks about the culture, right? But then hops on here with that face and says this, okay? Y'all think that we ain't gonna be able to bring the receipts? You're absolutely mad. If you think that I am not gonna sit up here and bring the receipts, the word is disillusioned, right? Let me bring it up again, just so we can make sure for everyone sitting in the class what is going on here so we can make sure that we are staying on task with what we're saying, right? Disillusioned, right? Disillusioned, disappointed in someone or something that one discovers to be less good than one had believed. Now, y'all tell me in the chat, what does Black Americans directly benefit from Pan-Africanism? And why, when we have supported it since the 19th century, has it not successfully been implemented into our systems so that we can do the great migration back to the homeland? Please, I need examples. I need receipts. I need people to come forward in the class and let me know why this has not happened. All right. Root word of disillusioned is disillusion. Cause to realize that a belief or an idea is false. Where can I get some help and support for people to show me when Black Americans have directly benefited from Pan-Africanism that has saved our communities like we have saved ourselves, right? There is a very true Buddhist testament that says one cannot save anyone but one's self. No one can and no one shall. What does that mean? That means that Black people had to work and save ourselves. And as that movement started to grow and people started to see what Black Americans were doing, it sparked the movement worldwide. Civil rights sparked a movement worldwide that everyone benefited from. All immigrants benefited directly from the Black American civil rights movement. Every single immigrant that is here has benefited from that. So when I ask these questions about Pan-Africanism being something that Black Americans can fall back on, I'm not getting any answers. Why is that? I see so many people, when my last live stream dropped, these people in the comments coming in here talking about Black Americans need to understand that Pan-Africanism is good for us all. Okay, show me examples, please. I think that's very simple to just show me examples of what you see. And I would like to be open-minded enough to do my research and look at those things. But I have not seen them. And so when I'm going through my research, right, and I'm bringing this to the forefront for my little community that we're building here, make sure you like and subscribe, please. If you are here, please make sure we're trying to get to 1,000 subs. But if you are here, the goal is to bring receipts. It's to bring tangible information that we can all assess and make our own judgment from that. I understand that Black Americans, we are not a monolith. All of us have our own minds and thoughts. But one thing that we are all on the same accord on is the fact that Black Americans are fighting for Black Americans. There is no other agenda right now. We saw as Donald Trump got voted in, everyone turned on us. We had a plan. We told y'all what to do. Y'all didn't listen. Cool. So guess what? Now we went ahead and made the adjustments. We said, I bet y'all got it. Y'all figure it out. Y'all got to fight now because Black Americans have fought for 400 years plus. All right. Still fighting till this day. So when I'm looking at this, I'm seeing it. I'm like, all right, bet. Let's go ahead and stay on code. Right. But then at the same time, we're also making sure that a lot of us who do or are building platforms, we're using them to make sure that we're speaking out and speaking against the bullshit that's going on right now in the country and specifically in the community, the Black American community. We take ownership of who we are and our lineage. And then as well, we're making movements on that. Like I said, I have videos right here on this channel where I've already spoken on the legislation that's being passed right now for Black Americans. The actual moves that a lot of Black Americans, including myself, are doing right here in California, right? So when I'm speaking on these type of things, I'm making sure to always hold a line where I'm backing up what I'm saying with facts. So when I see, like I said, the conversation about Pan-Africanism, I'm trying to figure out why no one is bringing up any scenarios that I've seen recently where it shows me that Pan-Africanism is working effectively for Black Americans. All I've seen is people like O'Shea D. Jackson talking down about moving out there and him having regrets about it. All right. I'm seeing people on Tariq Nasheed's lives coming on here telling people, hey, don't do it. All right. The tribalism that you guys experience happens out there, but it's even worse. All right. And that's the truth. Nowhere else in the world can anyone come to a different country, start a business, be given money for said business, being able to be supported for said business, and the people who are foundational to that country can't get the same love. What in the actual F is going on? Do you know how many small businesses that I've known personally, right? Because like I said, I'm boots on the ground. I've worked in this industry for a very long time. All right. Looking at all these businesses, especially when you look at corporate America and also how corporate America has sold themselves out to China, India, Africa, for manufacturers that are right here in America that need the support. So when I'm on the boots on the ground and I'm actually seeing like how this shit works in the commerce sector of things, in the import export sector of things, okay, procurement and trying to get goods to America at a cheaper rate, I'm telling you guys, it's been effed up for a very long time. America has been sold out. So the fact that they want us to not be able to support ourselves and think about America first, Black Americans first, you are 100% going to get pushback. Because as Black Americans, we have sat back for a very long time, waiting and seeing what's going to happen for us. Waiting for somebody to speak for us, waiting for somebody to have a plan of action, something that is actionable for Black Americans. Hey, let us know. We here. We've been doing this for a long time. We have a lot to contribute, but we're not going to do it at a BS rate. Okay, farmers need people to help their farms. Well, guess what? If the farmers didn't sell out to illegal immigration, they wouldn't be in the situation they're in today. The expansion of all these farms was not supposed to happen the way that they did. They cut corners and they took away a lot of the subsidies from actually real farmers, small home family farmers that were Black American owned and could have actually helped the situation today. But now you're screwed because guess what? Racism is expensive. And you guys voted against your own best interest, right? To stick it to Black Americans, to stick it to Black American farms. Like, come on, man. It's ridiculous, yo. Okay, so about a Bujango, it says, we're not disillusioned with Pan-Africanism or Africa, my man. Speak for yourself. Who are you? Are you FBA? Are you FBA? And if you are, do you know what disillusion means, sir? Because I just had a whole talk about it, but I'll put it up on the screen just so you can understand the definition of disillusioned, since you want to be smart and I got something for your ass. How about that? Disillusioned, disappointed in someone or something that one discovers to be less good than one had believed. You, sir, please help me understand, what has Pan-Africanism done for Black Americans, sir? Mr. Boo Bash Shango? Nah, that sounds like an African, my boy. Listen to this fool name, Boo Bash Shango. Come on, dog. My name is Brandon B. Simple and straightforward. All right, American name. I ain't got time for this. But yeah, salute, guys. Like I said, though, on the topic, there is a specific understanding that I'm making clear here is that as an American and being on the ground, right, working in business, being able to understand import export and how that works extensively, having a 15-year history in corporate America working in said sectors. Okay. Hey, all right. So let's see here. Mr. Sampson, he says, why don't you go work for the farmers? The illegal immigrants are gone. Hey, Mr. Sampson, I am a college educated businessman. The fuck do I look like working at a farm? Are you serious? Black Americans, family, we don't have to do that work. That's the point. Our ancestors built this shit. All the farms that are out there, our ancestors built those farms, Mr. Sampson. And guess what? They gave us the opportunity to learn, to go to school, to study, to get better, to take the next generation further. Okay? We left the farms to go out and generate wealth for the family, sir. All right? I don't come from some impoverished background, whatever. No, my great grandfather and my grandmother owned homes on the same street growing up. Straight up. Who's going to do it? You can go do it, Mr. Sampson. Why don't you go do it? Since you have so many suggestions, you should go work on the farms, Mr. Sampson. Because guess what? I don't have to. All right? I'm a business owner. I don't have to do that. All right. My parents worked very hard to put me in the position that I'm in today. Okay. And guess what? They did a great job. And their parents did a great job with them. And their parents' parents did a great job with them. Okay. So when I speak on this, we're speaking from a real place. Black excellence is a real thing because Black excellence has no choice, man. Straight up, Allen Robinson, salute to Allen Robinson. He's like, it's like they want us to forget about everything in America and just focus on Africa. That part, bro. Everything that we've done here, right? They want us to just give this up and then go to Africa and try to redo that when they haven't even done that themselves. Mr. Allen Robinson, salute. Because that is a great point. Why would Black Americans go somewhere else to do something that you guys have not done for yourselves? Why? We benefit from this amazing country because we helped build it. That's why. That's why we can walk around with a certain type of energy, a certain type of confidence, a certain type of look, because we don't have to worry about the same things that y'all do. Okay, we helped build this. Y'all did not. Like I said earlier, Black Americans are builders. We are not destroyers. We don't leave. We build. We don't take. Y'all do that. That's y'all culture. All right, Mr. Sampson, I'm a tether. All right, bro. Well, it's best to know thyself. It is best to know thyself, okay? Because at the end of the day, like I said, Black Americans, we move with a confidence and a level of confidence because we understand what's at stake. Our parents fought for us to be here. Their parents went out of their way to give us a better situation in our lives. So I don't have to go around worrying about working on farms. I don't do that, family. I use my brain. I use my creativity because guess what? That's a part of being a Black American. We run this when it comes to creativity, using our minds, being smart. Do you know how many things we've invented, sir, Mr. Sampson? Do you know how many things we've invented to make everyone's lives easier? Over 55,000 and counting. All right. And counting. Okay. So when I hear people come on here talking about what the farms need to be doing, Mr. Sampson, I could guarantee you that you have no idea even how that business is run. Okay, like I said, I've been working in the import-export business in the corporate level for over 15 years, family. You cannot talk to me about how this works when it comes to the business of goods being shipped from one place to the next. I did it in my sleep, family. You don't have the mathematical knowledge to understand what it means, okay? So when you come on here trying to talk about these things, Black Americans have created this pipeline for all these companies, all these corporate companies sitting up here going out, right? Hey, salute, Randall. Salute, brother. Samson is a fitting name for that, what he's saying. Salute, Randall. Yes, indeed. A fool. A straight up fool who don't know nothing about nothing. And that's the internet, y'all. Every day I got to sit on here and watch people talk about things that they have no idea about. Samson, if you talking about going to help farmers, you should. But what I'm telling you is the farmers wouldn't be in the situation that they're in if they did not reinvest and understand how the Americans, the Black Americans, help move the businesses forward. If they would have actually worked with Black farmers instead of trying to compete with them, it's a wrap. They're done. They're done. Mr. Samson, you just don't know what you're talking about, bro. All the Black inventors came over from Africa. Guys, when I tell you guys that people be in the chat sent here to distract and say asinine things that they just have no understanding of, this is what I talk about right here. Okay? These people come in the chat just saying stuff. Family, there are inventors who were born on fucking plantations, brother. What are you talking about? There's something wrong with you guys. You guys literally have a problem. Like, you're obsessed. You're obsessed with trying to make something as trivial, and it's not. We are different from you guys, and that's okay. But the fact that you guys are trying to push that on us when you guys have specifically gone out of your way to talk down on Black Americans, family, what do you want us to do? No, we're not just going to keep taking it and letting y'all talk to us however you want, sir. No, we're not, because that's not how Black Americans move. And y'all got to stop acting like we just some, turn the other cheek type of America. No, bro. That was one time in our history. Y'all don't talk about the rebellions and the people who ran and the people who stood on business, who didn't take shit from nobody. Y'all don't talk about them. Y'all love to talk about the very soft side of this shit. But in reality, bro, we actually be standing on business and going hard, man. Man, let me stop, bro, before let's say. All right. Shout out to my brother Sky, man. Big homie. I've never been to Africa, and I don't know any family ever living there. Hey, man. Sky, I agree. Sky, no. You know what I'm saying? Sky, foundational Black American, someone who's worked in Congress, all right? A real motherfucker in the real world. So when you guys talking, I don't either. I can't find it. And so that's why I'm asking y'all, please help me understand, because at the end of the day, when y'all come over here talking crazy, we're going to stand on business about it. We're just not going to let you guys say crazy stuff to us no more. What do you think this is, bro? I'm sorry, guys, but listen, this is what they say, bro. This old bullet head motherfucker right here, this is what they be saying, bro.
In this country are the only groups. They have no culture. It depends on who you meet, where you meet them.
But currently there's not an African American culture.
No, you have no culture. Nancy, you've been here, born here. Why would you be surprised if I say African Americans don't have a culture? What, twerking?
Keep your mouth shut.
Do you see this? All right, Samson, this is what y'all say. Okay, this is what y'all say about Black Americans, right? So guess what? Black Americans say, all right, bet we ain't got no culture, then leave us alone, bro. Let us do our thing. We'll focus on us. Y'all don't have to worry about telling us who we are. We can tell ourselves who we are and figure that out on our own. We don't need y'all to tell us these soliloquies about y'all not being Africans and you don't have no culture. All right, bet. Cool, fine, we'll go our own way. But don't be sitting up here trying to make it seem like, oh, Black Americans, we're being too extreme. We're doing too much. You guys are being divisive when y'all are going on the internet and saying this. Nobody asked homie to say this, bro. That be the thing. Y'all be giving us unwarranted opinions, and we don't care. We don't care what you have to say. We don't. Straight up, man. Samson, you'll need to educate yourself before you start spewing crazy allegations. Tariq Nasheed, aka Marcus Sanders, really pimping your little brains. Hey, man, you're really obsessed with Tariq. You're really obsessed with Tariq, bro. First of all, get his sack off of your chin, my boy. That's first of all. Secondly, when we're talking about this, it has nothing to do with Tariq. We're talking about lineage, Black American lineage. Tariq is a Black American. He's made it clear that that is a lineage. There is no group. Y'all love to put Tariq out there, but Tariq just be standing on y'all and y'all can't handle it. Straight up. Hey, what? We won't be giving y'all another Malcolm X. Okay, bro. All right. Sure. All right. Cool, man. Goodbye. Oh, man. You're talking just like him. I'm talking just like Tariq. No, bro. First of all, you got to understand, we both from LA. This is how we talk. This is vernacular out here on the West Coast, baby. That's first of all. All right. So get your lingo up. That's first of all right. Secondly, all right, Tariq has used his platform to speak for our lineage. And that's making y'all mad, right? Because there's other content creators who have actually voiced their same opinions and their same experiences. And y'all don't like that because, like I said, Black Americans run the internet. We run the internet. All this stuff that y'all be trying to do, the trends that we set, the way that we go about stuff, the swag, how we dress, how we look, we set the trend, fam. So yeah, I know it make y'all mad when, you know what I'm saying, when we all want a core, when we all code, okay? Yeah, it make y'all mad, don't it, huh? Yeah, let's see. He said Samson cleans out the porta potties at a KKK rally. He do. He says, I love whatever you want to do, we will do. That's him right there, man. Samson. All right. They use Tariq as a scapegoat. Of course they do, man, because Tariq, in my opinion, is an easy target, right? Because he's been on the internet for so long, right? He's done so much, not only recently, but in the conscious community, also, you know, with his movies and documentaries. So I feel like he's just the biggest face for everyone to attack, right? And clearly he gets the most views. So that's just how it goes. If you're the top, you know, person, they're going to go for you, right? But not understanding that there are many foundational Black American creators who are now in this space and who are doing a damn good job. And let's keep it 100. They going harder than Tariq. Tariq be keeping it chill, man. All right. Tariq is a professional brother. He know how to keep it chill. But y'all go over there, some of them other channels, they ain't gonna keep it the same. They're gonna be on your ass. And that's just facts. Because at the end of the day, a lot of y'all deserve it. A lot of y'all just be talking crazy, man. Like I said, talking crazy on the internet with no information, no type of understanding about what you're saying, just saying stuff. And that'd be my thing, is like, from a real perspective, like now it's a whole grift aspect where now people are starting to see more the foundational Black American, you know, creators starting to rise and get more views, and people are starting to actually support them. Now we're starting to see more people who are going to come out and go against that. And that's why I did my live the other day talking about staying focused, right? Staying focused as Black Americans, because right now we're going to see the wave. The wave of hate is about to come in heavy. It's going to be from every direction, because a lot of people cannot stand what Black Americans is doing right now. They don't like it. They want to be able to control it. They want to be able to co-op it. They want to be able to take things and put it into their own perspectives, right? And so now we got people who are talking real greasy, right? Using their platforms, right, to speak down and talk down on what we got going on here. And I've seen it slowly but surely slowly creeping in. People trying their best to make you, a distraction tactic, take people off of what they doing. And this is what we seeing, right? Guys like Mr. Sampson who are obsessed with Black Americans, all right? He got too much time. Why you got so much time, Mr. Sampson? Ain't you Africans always working? Ain't you got something to do? Most Black Americans don't want to take part in your hate group. Tariq is a groupie. This isn't a group, family. This is what we keep telling y'all. It's a lineage, and you guys are so easy and so stupid that you guys just don't get it. It's not equating in your head, bro. You're lost, family. If you would just sit back and listen, you know what I'm saying? Just listen, bro. If you would just sit back and listen, maybe you would catch something from this, but you're not, because everybody wants to be right. You Africans always want to be right. You always want to say your perspective is the end all be all. And it's just not true, bro. You get cooked every live. You get cooked every single video. I see so many people, and that's why y'all don't like Tariq, because Tariq, he gonna bring y'all up on the screen and he's gonna embarrass you. Okay, and look, y'all lucky I'm not getting there yet. I gotta get my shit up. You feel me? But when we start doing the debates, it's gonna be over for y'all. Cause then, listen, man, make sure y'all like and subscribe, please. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. We're halfway there. I appreciate everyone who's been supporting and subscribing. The channel is growing, and I really, really love the support that I've been getting from all of my foundational Black brothers and sisters. It's been overwhelmingly great, and I'm loving it, man, because everything that you guys are saying to me is just affirming my goal and my approach towards this. So thank you all for liking and subscribing. You feel me? Straight up, man. Salute to Randall. He back. He said they just say what others say instead of comprehending themselves. That part, brother. Reading is fundamental, and comprehension takes no time. Sitting, thinking critically to myself in my own time. All right? You guys come up here, you talk crazy, you don't even be thinking. Think. Use your brain. All right. It's not very hard to use your brain and be able to look at certain things and say, hey, I get it. I see what's going on. I see the play. Right. OK, I can see that perspective. I understand. Nah, but y'all just want to fight. Y'all want to get up here and talk crazy, sit up in people's chats, trying to distract from conversations, not necessarily doing the same research that you probably should be doing. Right. But then I got to fight with y'all back and forth, trying to, make y'all understand what I'm saying that is actually very easy to understand, man. The concepts be so easy, bro. And that's why I try to make sure that I'm always bringing certain informative videos, right? Because yes, I have my live streams, I have my podcast I do with my brother J-Rock. We have a very cool, solid platform. But I also focused on making more informative videos that are deep diving into exactly the points that I want to make, just so y'all can understand. You know what I'm saying? And look at these people. They love to talk to each other. Black America shines because America is the most powerful and influential nation. Ain't nothing special about us compared to the rest of the Black world. Hey, man, that's sad that you feel that way about yourself, bro. I'm sorry that you feel that way about yourself, bro. That's sad, man. It's very sad that you feel like you're not a special person. That's unfortunate, because Black Americans are beyond special. We are the chosen ones. We are the people who everyone talks about and wants to be. It's unfortunate, right, that you have to think that way and you feel that way, man. It's very sad, bro, because honestly, like, I love who I am, and I love where I came from. I love my ancestors. My great grandparents were the shit. My great grandmother, I don't know, bro. I feel sorry for y'all, man. I do. I feel very sad for y'all, because maybe y'all didn't grow up in a family where there was love and there was affection, and y'all could, you know what I'm saying, have some great understanding of who you are and where you guys come from and what your family looks like and what they look like and how, you can be able to make it in this world. Y'all don't come from that. And that's unfortunate, right? Because it's sad. It really is. It's very sad, because look, this is where I come from. Love. All right. Beauty. elders. Okay, these women shaped my life right here. Okay, this is my great grandmother, my great aunt, and my other great aunt. The one in the white, I went to her preschool. She used to have a school for all of us to go to, and every single person in my family went to that preschool. And we all talk about it as adults. Remember going to the preschool? All right. My great grandmother used to take care of us almost every day. I grew up with so much love and affection from my family and so much pride. They were so proud of me. They're so proud of us. Every second that they got, they would let us know that. I came from that. I'm very sorry and unfortunate for you, Babu Bashgo, whatever your name is. I'm very sorry that you didn't come from that family. I mean, I really am. Like, it's unfortunate, guys, because some people just didn't come from that background, right? They didn't know, right? They didn't have a stable system within their community because they had to leave where they came from. They had to leave everyone like these people who are in my life. They had to leave that. So we sometimes have to be sympathetic about, you know, how much sacrifice they've made. It's unfortunate, man. Sometimes, you know, I'm sorry, guys. I can be a little funny. I like to be a little silly sometimes. All right, so let's see. Samson he's obsessed. As much as you hate Haitians, we helped the United States get freedom from the British. We treated Abraham Lincoln to freedom papers and free Black Americans. We asked Jefferson to buy y'all. All right, bro. Let me get you a mini violin so then we can go ahead and let you have your little moment, bro. But it doesn't matter because, like I said, when has Haiti ever opened up the doors for Black Americans? When has Haiti built up their country to be a superpower like America has become on the back of Black Americans? I'll wait. Anybody in the chat? When has Haiti ever been a superpower like we built the American US to be? Yeah, it's pretty quiet in the chat when I ask them type of questions, right? Why isn't Haiti on the same level as the US? If y'all so great, why did you leave? Why are you here? If America is this or that, and Haiti is this or that, why are you here, sir? Please help me understand why you're here, bro. You don't have any answers. That's why you don't. Right. Straight up. Thank you, Frank Green. Frank Green, salute to you in the chat, bro. Haiti is burning right now. Hey, that's a fire. Hey, that's a fire ass. Hey, man, your profile, the show enough is crazy. Salute to you, Frank. That's dope. Show enough in this bitch. Salute. But yeah, Haiti is burning right now. And I think Mr. Sampson, Haiti needs your help. You should probably go. You should probably go as fast as you can to go help your family. Because Haiti needs you. I mean, I know Jamaica is doing real bad right now. Jamaica need everybody help. All right? Jamaica, whew. Nigeria, I think Nigeria needs a lot of help right now. All right? I think Nigeria needs a lot of help, guys. I think you guys should go and help over there. I think that's what you guys should do. Respect Haitians. We suffering because of sacrifices to save the world and ended slavery, been robbed by French and America. Okay. So what are you guys going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, Samson? Because guess what? When Black Americans, when something go down, they know we going to do something about it. That's why they want us out there right now. That's why y'all want us to help y'all right now. Because you know, when Black Americans get out there on them streets, we make it shake. All right? Ain't no, oh, we just gonna be hanging out. And no, we gonna make noise and we gonna make shit shake. And that's why y'all want our help. But guess what? We don't have the time. Sorry, bruh. We got to focus on us. We got to build our businesses. We got to build up within our community. We got to start cleaning up the streets. We got to save our money, man. Shit getting tight out here. You know what I'm saying? We got to start investing in one another. We don't got time, unfortunately. But guess what, Mr. Sampson? You can go and see what's up. Go work with your Haitian brothers and sisters and try to get it back in blood. Go and see what's up with France and go and try to see what's up with America about getting y'all reparations. Black Americans, we got to focus on getting ours. Sorry. My bad. Yeah. They should really help their people. They should, Frank. They really should. I really think that you guys should go help your people. I think you guys are needed right now. I think that it's unfortunate that you guys are not really doing that. Straight up. Like, you guys need to. Straight up, man. That's what we doing. Hey, I have to work on my... Hey, man, I'm trying to get me an Elko, brother. Anybody got a plug on Elko right now? Holla at your boy. I'm looking for an Elko. I'm trying to get one. Chevy Elko from years maybe 1970 to 86. That's where I'm going to stop, though. I used to have an 81, but you know what I'm saying? Times change, and I had to, upgrade and stuff like that. But I'm looking for an Elko, my boy. That's what we trying to do. Black Americans, we got too much going on right now. We trying to make it. We're trying to figure out what's going to happen next. All right? Because at the end of the day, Black Americans have done enough. We done helped everybody else out. We done gave everything that needs to be given. All right? We done put it on the line for so many people, man. And y'all just went ahead and tried to play with us and tried to, make it seem like we was the ones who tripping and all this other stuff, right? Y'all did that, right? But now that Black Americans say, okay, bet, we good. Cool. Y'all could go do y'all. We're going to do us. And when the time is right and we got to do what we got to do, we'll hop out there. But for the most part, and this is for the most part, we just don't got time, bro. We just don't got time. So, you know what I'm saying? Check this out. This is my old 81 right here. You feel me? That was on 20s. You know what I'm saying? We used to be, doing it a little bit, That's how we do it. I'm looking for the next gen of this. You know what I'm saying? This was an 81 though. You know what I mean? This was my 81. Had that 350 in that motherfucker, 400 transmission. You know what I'm saying? On that posi rear end with them, You already know with them Flow Masters. Y'all see them out there. Y'all see the Flow Masters now. Now, listen, we could talk about cars all day because that's just, we do that. That's what Black Americans do. We ride in style. You feel me? We don't play them games. You know what I'm saying? We keep it real. Straight up, man. Hey, salute to Frank. He said, I have a 78 Malibu. Hey, salute to you. Is it a 2-door or 4-door, man? Let me know if it's a 2-door or 4-door, man. Because, homie used to have a 4-door and a 2-door, man. And them motherfuckers go, bro. He dropped the 383 stroker in that thing. That thing was going. We got to clean our house before we clean anybody else's house. Thank you, Mr. DJ Natural Life. Salute to you. Make sure you subscribe, my FBA brother, because that's right. We don't got time to be helping anybody else when we got enough mess going on over here in America. We got to deal with our oppressors. We ain't afraid of our oppressors. We gonna ride on them. And guess what? There's a lot of nationalistic militias that are in this country right now waiting for a reason to ride on Black Americans. So guess what? As a Black American who is an open and supports people carrying their power tools, all right? Like brother Professor Dark Truth says, carrying your power tools, okay? Those who carry power tools will understand what time it is, and we ain't got time to play with y'all, all right? Especially with these militias out here, these white boys acting crazy. I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be helping out nobody, man. Come on, man. Straight up, bro. All right, let's see. How many butter biscuits you get to say all the dumb stuff you saying? The Boogeyman 32, are you talking to the people in the chat or are you talking to me? Just so that we could make sure before I cook you or I don't. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, G-bodied up. Hey, salute, bro. The Malibu G-body is epic. Extremely beautiful car, man. It gets no better, bro. 2-door 383 stroker. Somebody getting their ass whooped. Somebody getting their ass whooped on the street. That's for sure. But yeah, salute, man. Thank you guys. Thank you, Frank. Salute to you, bro. Dude, I'm from Texas. Tools stay on deck. Yeah, you got to have your power tools. because you just never know when you might need to use your power tools in certain situations. You dig? And that's why I'm saying, like, I can't get off topic based on people who come in these chats to distract us from what is actually at play here. And that's why my last live stream, I think it did so well, was because it actually speaks on that. Black Americans staying focused, right? We have to stay on code, guys. We got to stay focused. We cannot allow these people to come in these spaces and try to divert our conversations and take us off of what the task is at hand. And what I mean when I say that Black Americans are disillusioned with Pan-Africanism, that's exactly what it means. It means that we have the veil is up, the mask is off, bro. We're done. The fantasy is over. Now we can start actually living in the real world and be on a real type of time. We started to see everybody's real, actual motives and how they really felt after this. After Donald Trump got voted in, bro, I can tell you how many people I could see their true colors. And I said, all right, bet the world is going to change. And guess what? Black Americans always evolve. We are not people who stay and just chill. We are evolutionary. We always update. We always are moving ourselves to make sure that we stay ahead of the curve. But that's the goal. Their goal is to make it seem like we're always behind. But in reality, they know that we are always ahead. So when I speak on these topics, I'm trying to make sure that all of my Black American brothers and sisters stay on focus and understand that we're all on the same page here. We don't flee. We stay in the pocket. We fight for what we believe in. We're willing to die for this shit. Straight up. And that's the difference between us and everybody else, man. We saw and have witnessed a lot of our people in our families, our friends, our overall community put themselves out there to make everything better for everyone else. And we have seen timeless times again, these people disrespect us, talk down on our lineage, and try their best to as well co-opt and take away all of the greatness and the excellence that we have contributed. Okay, the Boogeyman 32. All right, brother. So let's talk about it, man. You said that I had butter biscuits to talk about what? To talk about Pan-Africanism being disillusioned, I'm taking butter biscuits. The Boogeyman, I really think that maybe you're like not American, so you don't understand the actual, like, I don't know, maybe like the insult you're trying to send across, bro, but it doesn't apply here because I'm standing on business for my people. So there's no butter biscuit stuff going on here. I can understand if maybe like I was on here talking down on Black people, or if I was like anti-Black, but my content is very, very pro-Black, bro. So I don't know. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with you, bro. I think that you just need help. I think you need to take some time to do some research on like your insults, and then maybe come back when like they're actually like makes sense, because I don't know, dude. I don't know what's wrong with you, bro. All right. Mr. Sampson says, I'm driving a truck in Montana mountains right now. Sorry for the misspelling, bro. You shouldn't be on the phone while you're driving. All right. This is the problem. Didn't you guys just see that some freaking people were getting killed in 18-wheelers because there were illegals driving them and not paying attention? We got a guy in our freaking chat right now in the Montana mountains talking about that he is typing in my chat while driving a truck. Family, you really need to be focused, bro. Why are you in the chat? Stay on code. You're a pro? Okay, dog. Maybe you should actually focus on the road. All right? You're going to hurt someone, dog. There are people who actually need you to be paying attention right now, and you're over here worried about me and my chat, bro? Just listen, dog. Don't be in the chat. Don't be typing, dog. I don't need that. I don't want any Americans to get hurt while you're driving your truck in Montana mountains, bro. which I'm sure it's probably snowing and all types of crazy stuff. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, what are you doing, dude? Mr. Sampson has occupied the Haiti because of hey, Mr. Sampson, you need to focus, bro. You don't need to be in my chat, dog. Yes, what are you doing, Randall? What? Agreed, bro. Black Americans got him risking his life to argue with me. Yes, you should. We all should report this guy for over here openly talking about that he's driving a truck while in my chat currently typing and misspelling stuff. All right, this is ridiculous. Hey, Samson, you should focus on the road, bro. You shouldn't be focused on me over here comfortably in my setup. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying everything that I've worked for. This is me in my spare time. I do this after work. That's the difference between us and them, guys. We have time. We make time for this. We have careers. And then when our career is done, after that, we can come and hop on the internet and have fun with our friends while we have the time. But this will never be prioritized while I'm working. What the hell is wrong with you? Why would you say that you're a professional, brother, and you're doing this? What? Don't pull over, bro. Somebody is counting on you being on time, Mr. Sampson. If they knew that you're pulling over to the side to talk to me about this that has nothing to do with that truckload on the back of your truck that you should be delivering right now, you should probably be focused on that. Because there are people who work in this business who are looking at and timing when you're supposed to be dropping off a load. And then they're looking at this and saying, why is this guy taking so long? What is he doing? He's over here in my chat talking to me. Why, dude? Why? You need to go ahead and worry about yourself. Yes. You're really tripping, brother. You need to go ahead and focus on what you got going on before you come in my chat talking to me. All right? Because that's just ridiculous. Boogeyman, I'm very tempted to block you. Because you're just talking, bro. You're talking to yourself because you're not bringing anything valid to the conversation. So I don't really have to. This is just getting ridiculous. All right, guys. So make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. All right. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. We're halfway there. All right. So help me get there. With your help, we'll get this channel monetized, and then we'll be able to continue to ride on dudes like the Boogeyman and Mr. Sampson. And y'all can donate to the brother and help me continue to just enjoy, speak on great topics. Let me know if you guys are enjoying the content in the comments. Let me know if you guys are enjoying the videos. I got plenty of videos that I've dropped this week. Make sure you join the channel. Make sure you guys subscribe, right? Because people like this are going out of their way to watch me while they should be working. I just don't get it, man. Yeah. I believe you, bro. Listen, if I could reveal who I work for, I would do the same, but I just can't right now. All right. But at the end of the day, I want you guys all understand that, like, this is where we're at. This is who we're from, and this is what we're doing. Hey, salute to you, Randall. Thank you for pulling up, bro. Make sure you subscribe, brother. You know what I'm saying? From Ohio, salute to Ohio, man. Salute to Shador out there, man. You know, we got our boy out there. You know what I'm saying? They be hating on my boy, but I know you be out there cheering for him. So salute to Ohio right now. Y'all got a real one. And you know what I'm saying? I'm from Cali. So, you know, I'm going to hold it down for the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we do over here. So salute to everybody, man. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, man. I'm really thankful for everybody who pulls up. Every single subscriber matters to me because I am a small creator, but I'm on the come up and we doing what we got to do to reach the top. You feel me? So thank you all for pulling up, man. I gotta go. But thank you all for pulling up, man. This has been a great stream. You guys always be showing love in the chat. The haters will hate watch and the supporters will support. And like I said, Black Americans, we build, we don't destroy. So we're going to keep building, y'all. Let's keep building with each other and let's keep growing with each other. Let's continue to keep our foot on their neck. All right, because no matter what, whatever they got to say, we gonna keep being us, and that's Black Americans all day. So salute, man. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. My name is Brandon B. This is Elite Media, man, and we out. Peace.